I mean, I was, yeah.
Yeah.
We know the music in Stranger Things, we as fans get obsessed with it immediately. But for you, I guess it's different because on set you don't have the same experience as watching the show and listening to that song. So how do you live that? Like being very surprised when you see something gets popular and you didn't know it was gonna happen.
Well, the Kate Bush one, it was always in the script that it was going to be Kate Bush, and you know, maybe they might have changed that if they couldn't get it, but they were able to get it. And yeah, I mean, it's just such a great song. I mean, I knew the song before the show, so it's like, oh, they're using that track? Oh, that's going to be good. But you know, in terms of filming, it is, you know, when you do see it all together with the music, you're like, yeah, it's a funny experience filming, but you know, watching it.
Yeah, but it's also exciting, you know, I think it kind of to see it all, you know, and everything comes together, like you said in the end, and then the music is there, and you're like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, this is our show? Oh, what? Like, that's sick. But yeah, I mean, like, there's been occasional times that they'll play music, not our music, but like different music to help with the vibe.
They usually play like scores, like
Yeah.
different soundtrack scores, like if we're doing like a non-dialogue scene, like you guys had music, right? For the,
Sometimes.
for like the fight. The big.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a great song for that. It's kind of sad that, I mean, you know, didn't quite fit, but it was really fun.
I wanted to ask you, Natalia, the first season you were one of the first people that lived a trauma with Barb. And in this season, you are like living it again. I have that moment in my head forever.
Yeah.
How did you experience that in a different way? Now that time has passed, but I guess it hurts. It still hurts, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think, you know, the Barb thing and a lot of season 2 for Nancy was you know, kind of figuring out what happened. And I think that's the thing about Nancy in a lot of ways is she, you know, I mean, we see her emotional sometimes, but I think the way that she deals with trauma and fear and anxiety is, I need to figure this out. Like, I need to logically find out, expose it, get rid of it, and I think that like that's her, you know, fear response a bit. So I do think with her journey this season, I think there's a bit of, yeah, obviously like, you know, shock, but I think she's aware of what's going on, and I think, yeah, her brain is, you know, whether that's like a healthy way to deal with it or not, I don't know, but I think that's kind of her journey.
There are many iconic moments in the whole show. I don't know if it has happened to you that you wanted to be a part of something as an actor, but your character is not there. Is there a moment that you remember that happened to you?
I mean, I was, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I loved the Hawkins storyline this year. Yeah, just as a viewer and as a fan, and but yeah, there's definitely moments where I went to go watch the pool sequence this season for the day, and I was just like, oh man, that's so cool.
You were saying in an interview that I saw that the colors that Nancy wears, like pink and purple, are not your colors, and the hairstyle that you have in the show is completely different. How do you feel when you're wearing that?
Yeah, it's great. It's nice to have that distinction. I think whether or not you like agree with all of the choices that the character makes, I think like that, like, you know, it's not you, it's Nancy, and if this is how Nancy wears her hair, and these are the clothes she wears, and these are the shoes she wears. Like, you know, it's a collaboration with like the hair and the makeup and the wardrobe department. So, you know, what they put together really informs how, you know, how your character moves, I think. So it's a really fun thing. It's nice to take off for me, at least at the end of the day. Some of it's fine. Some of it's absolutely fine. Some of it's, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily go around like that.
My last question for you is about the Upside Down. How experts do you think you are so far?
Yeah, I don't know. I think one of the fun things about this season is we're learning so much more about it and what it is.
Are we?
Well, you're what you're doing, but like, you know, so I you know, it's always been kind of a mystery, but this season, you know, it really starts to be like, oh, okay. Which, I mean, I don't know, that doesn't make it less scary necessarily, but you know, it's nice to kind of have an idea.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.